Hello and welcome back to Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. If this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for stopping by and please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you'd like to be notified the minute I have up new tutorials, just hit the bell and you'll be notified. Today I'm going to be showing you how I designed this birthday yard sign using both Canva and Cricut design space in combination. Let's get started. So now I'm going to start the project in Canva, and I want to make it possibly, I think that size 19 by 13 might be large enough. So I'm going to just put it on one sheet. So I'm going to go here to create a design in the top right corner. I'm going to click on custom size, which is right down here on the bottom. And I was already altering the picture or cleaning up the picture a bit, but I'm going to finish cleaning it up so I can add it, one of the pictures, so I can add it to this image. So I'm going to change the PX, which stands for pixel, to inches, and I'm going to make it, I'm going to have it vertical or in portrait mode. So I'm going to make it 19, or in the first box, I'm going to put 13 inches wide and 19 inches high and create design. So now this I'm going to cut out by hand because it's going to be a simple design anyway. So I can easily cut it out by hand. And first what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the picture that I was working on and clean it up a bit. So I'm on my iPad and I'm just using the iPad pencil, and I'm going to click and get this the dropper so I can choose the color I want to add, because I want to finish out her sleeve over here a little bit. So I'm just going to draw that in just to round it out, because the sleeves, this was at my wedding, so this was quite a while ago. And I'm just going to add in what's missing. And I also do this for obituary portraits and different images where part of the image is missing. I just draw in the missing part and make the picture look complete so that it looks better on a t-shirt, on a memorial t-shirt, or on an obituary. So I don't want that to look so drawn in. So now I'm going to just come in and kind of make a little difference. So it looks like the sleeve is not perfectly drawn in, but that kind of gives a more of a finished look. Now I want to get rid of these dots, so I'm just going to change my colors by clicking on that dropper, and wherever I see a white dot, I'm just going to change it to that color and mark it out. I have another app that I use to retouch photos, and if anybody's interested in learning how to retouch photos, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a tutorial on how I retouch photos. I'm starting to be pretty good at it, so I've been doing it for a while, so I've gotten better. Now I just don't like the way that looks in there. These were velvet dresses, so I just wanted to take, that was a shine, but I didn't like the way that shine looked, and I'm just going to continue going around and taking out those dust spots that were on the picture by clicking, getting my dropper, and getting the color that I want to. That time I accidentally picked up the color that I want to erase, so let's try that again. I roll over it so I know that I'm in the area, because you can see that white on the screen. So I know I'm in the right area where the color will match. And then I just fill it in a little bit. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I see some area around her head, which I want to be white, so that when I do the background remover. Sometimes if you have a difficult background, you can first color out the um, the background by just filling it in with some white or any solid color to make it easier in certain areas, um, make it easier to crop it. So I like that if you make a mistake using the pencil on the iPad, all you do is tap on it and click the back arrow, or you can use the eraser and you can just erase pixel by pixel, or you can erase a whole section. And now I took a little too much off her hair, so I want to add some back in and make this look a little more natural by giving it more of a curve. All right, so that looks pretty good because her hair was kind of curly on that day. I see a little more dust, so I'm going to go back in and get that with my dropper right here. And I think that's it. So now I'm ready, and what I'm going to do, I want to take these images, and I have another one that I did for her birthday, her 50th birthday. And what I want to do is I want to use this one and add in a few of the more images, which is the one that I just finished altering. And then I'm going to put the one in from last year. Add that in. So I want to cartoon her in all these pictures. And all these are her in different stages of life. So I'm going to cartoon these. Now this, as you can see, it's on cardboard because you can see the cutout around her hair. This one I made into a board so that her friends could sign. So I want to use this picture from last year. I've already done the cartoonizing, if that's a word. I've cartooned it already, and so I want to make all of these cartoons. So I need to do this one, and then I need to do this one as well. So first, before I do that, I'm going to use this app called Remini, and it's sideways now. I wish they'd make it to rotate, but they don't. So I'm going to go into Remini, and I don't want to do that picture. I want to uh, make this, enhance this picture as much as I can. So you just tap on it, and you can use this for free or you can subscribe. I'm just using it for free, so I'm going to tap on enhance with an ad. I'm going to click on this little arrow in the top right hand corner that says download. And if you want to remove ads, you have to upgrade to Pro, but I'm just going to save it with an ad. You see how it works. So now it tells you that your reward was granted, and I'm ready to close this out and go back to my gallery, and I'll take a look at the picture. And I want to take down, it's a little brighter than I want it, so I'm going to click and edit this picture, and I'm going to try using the auto wand, but that made it even brighter. So I'm just going to use that, slide that wand up, or that slider up, so that I can bring down the color a bit. And then you can go through, if you're using an iPad, you can go through these different ones and highlight or bring out shadows, make it darker or lighter, increase the black point so that the blacks are blacker, take out some of the saturation, and I think I'll take out some of the saturation because it has her looking pretty orange. So I'm just going to decrease that. Well, I increased it. I'm going to decrease it a bit, and that looks better to me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit done. And now I want to open up another app that I like to use for photos. This one I did purchase, and it is a cartooning app, which I can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to have to slide through until I find it. Oh, it's Voila. Voila. Yeah. So I'm going to type, it has a French name, Voila, for look, see. All right. It's been a while since I took French. And I'm going to do the be a star. And once again, it's sideways. So I'm going to Actually, I'm not sure I can do the Be a Star. I can do the Be a Star, but I'd have to do each face one at a time and then attach the head. So um, I just have to go one at a time, and then I'll get the head. I think I want supermodel instead. And as you can see, it has the different functions down here at the bottom. And then I can go back and add those pictures to my screen. So this one I purchased, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to do this for each of those pictures. Save. And then, did it save? Yeah, okay. So now I'm ready to go back to Canva to put my images together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up this image. I want to see how well I can remove the background from it. I might have to adjust it some on my own. So all I did was click on edit image and then remove background. And I'm going to see how much of the background it will remove for me. And sometimes I have to go in and fine tune it by using the select a brush erase. Okay, that worked. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to size this all the way out. And hit apply because it got most of what I wanted out of there. I can take this up some to get rid of that little bit that it didn't get. And then I'm going to bring in my heads one at a time. While I'm in there, I'll just go ahead and bring in this one too, so that when I start bringing in my heads, I won't have as much work to do. I'll have all the pictures on screen already. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to remove the background from this one. And then I'm going to send it backward because this picture in my wedding is older than this picture on the left. So I'm going to put it behind it and behind the younger version of her by clicking on position here at the top of the screen. And I'm going to choose to back to put it in the back. Then I'm going to shrink it down some from the side because I want all the heads to be pretty similar so that they're all kind of in proportion. And this needs to be a little smaller. And I'm just going to put this one kind of over there because I'm going to have it going up more. So I'll put that one there. And then I'll bring in her most recent photo, add it in, remove the background from this one. Once the edit becomes filled in and dark, I can tap on other functions. And this one is going to be the biggest one because it's the most current picture, and I'm going to put it in the background. So I'm going to, once again, I'll go ahead and hit apply. I'm going to tap on position, and this time I'm going to once again send it to the back, and then tap anywhere on the screen to make this side disappear, and then I'm going to tap on that arrow to take that in. So now I'm going to tap on the main picture. I'm going to tap on the three dots, and I'm going to choose select multiple because I want to keep that image with these images, and I'm going to click done and group here on this bottom little menu under the picture. Tap on group so I can move this down farther to the bottom. And then this picture, I'm going to flip it to the other side because I think it'll give it better symmetry. So I clicked on flip, and I'm going to do flip horizontal. And I'm going to bring it over some. Maybe I'll take this all the way down. And I'll shrink this one down some. And put it like maybe right there because I want to put some balloons and things around it. Let me see if I could get her over further. I don't want to take her over further because then I'm going to have to retouch that photo again to finish out her sleeve, and I don't want to do that. So I think that works. Let me see. Maybe I should move this one a little bit. No, I'll leave it like it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate her before I add all the heads. I'm going to ungroup it now. I'm going to tap on her and duplicate it because I want to fill in this white area down here. So I'm just going to stretch this out some, take this down, and then I'm going to position that by clicking on backwards until I get it where I want it. So now that white area, as you can see, is filled in so it doesn't look so odd. So I'm going to leave her most current one, bring it up just a little bit to show that that's her now. And now I need to add in my cartoon faces to all of these folks. So let me go ahead, and once again I'm going to group everybody by clicking on the main large picture. And I'm probably going to do something with that hair before I do my final print, but I won't do it now because I showed you how to do it. I'll just go in and put some white in there so that you won't see that gray halo, or I might leave it like that. But I'm going to click on select multiple images. I'm going to click on her head and the back one too, since I want to keep them all in that grouping. And then I'm going to recenter this. There we go. Or basically I'm centering it on the back page. All right, I'm liking how this is going. So now I want to add in my faces. So I'm going to go to the camera roll again, and I'm going to bring in first the kid face, add it, and I'm going to, once it's finished loading on the screen, I could have actually brought in all of them. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in all those faces. Let's see, that was the last one. And I'm going to go ahead and hit add to page so I have all of them. Now I'm going to have to recolor some of these because they're too bright and not going to match her skin. So I'm going to have to do some editing adjustments, but I will most likely show you how I do one and then delete the rest of them. All right, so I need to first remove the background. So I'm going to click on the first image and click remove background. I think she's really going to like this one because she liked the one where I had just the 3 images. So I might need to clean this up some. I'm going to tap on erase so that I'll just have this image. And I'm just going to get rid of all of this area pretty much and just kind of keep a little bit of it to blend in, because really all I want is her face. The rest of it can go. So I'm just going to get rid of all the rest of this and then just leave that little black around it because it will help me to match it to the picture once I see that that black portion is blending in. So I'm just going to bring this down some more. I'm wondering, should I take away the rest of this neck? I think I should take away a portion of it just so if I can't get it exactly like I want it, it might not stand out too badly. Okay. And I'm going to hit done. Now let's move these other ones over a little bit so that I can shrink this down. I'm going to go ahead and tap out so I can have it on my full screen. And I'm going to bring this head down. I have to tilt it a little bit. And now it's still a little too big. So put it over there. So that's going to look pretty good once I get it into the right position. Let's see. That's actually looking pretty good. It's still a little big, so I don't want to make her look like a bobblehead, so I'm going to bring it down some. And then I need to take down the brightness, so I need to go into edit image again, but this time I'm going to choose see all, and I'm going to take down the brightness and see if I can just blend it in doing that, because I'm just trying to match it to her hand down here. And I see that her hand, it's more red in her face and her hand has more orange. So with that, I need to work with possibly warmth or with tint. So I'm going to try warmth first, see if that does it. And warmth did it. As you can see, her face is matching her hand more. So now I can tap out of that and go to the next one. And I'm hoping, let me hit back arrow, I moved it by accident. I'm hoping, sometimes Canva will crash, so I'm hoping that it won't crash until I have these done. And then before it completely crashes, I'm going to take a screenshot so that I don't have to worry about if it crashes. Because sometimes if you go back to home to save it, because home, once you go to home, it'll save what's on the screen, unless it was running out of room or it was getting, the image was getting too complicated, you will lose all your changes. So once I get it like I want it with the white background, I take a screenshot just in case Canva fails me. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does at times. So now I'm going to do her head for the purple dress, and I'm going to once again go to edit image, remove background. And now that you see how I'm doing these, I'll probably cut out the rest of them so this won't be so long. Now that I've placed all of the cartoon heads and I've colorized the skin to match her skin tone, I'm ready to move on to the background. Now I've chosen the image of balloons that I want to use, and I'm just going to first go to edit image, remove background. Once the background is removed, then I'm going to bring those balloons into the top image. Now I've found the balloons that I want to use. I'm going to click edit image and remove the background. And now I'm going to bring the balloons into the image that I created earlier. I'm going to click on position and send to back and just arrange the balloons how I want them. Now that I have it positioned where I want it, I'm going to add text by clicking on the text icon on the left panel. I chose one of the preset text boxes that have multiple fonts and multiple text boxes, and I unlocked it, and I'm deleting all the fonts and all the boxes that I don't want to use, and I'm keeping this one, and I'll type Happy 56th, and then with the small print I'll change that and resize it to Yolanda with an exclamation point. And resize. Now that I have the font the size that I want to change the effect to make it stand out more. So I clicked on effects, on shadow, and then clicked on outline. I'm going to change that outline to purple by clicking purple from the colors provided below. And I'm going to do the same thing with her name. And as you can see, I'm also changing the thickness around Yolanda so that it matches the thickness around Happy 56th. I want to fill in a little more of the background with the balloons, so I'm just going to duplicate them and place them where I want them. And then I'm going to choose position and send them to back so that I'll see how the image is looking at this point. After I have it placed in the background, I'm going to resize and reposition until the image looks good to me. I like how that looks. Now I'm going to save the image by clicking on the up arrow in the top right corner. I'm going to choose download. I changed it to a JPEG and increased the quality 100% and then saved the image. Okay, now that I've saved the image, I'm going back into the editing features that are on the iPad Pro, and I'm just going to adjust her right shoulder in the most recent picture because it looks so flat. So I just want to round it out a little bit, and I'm just using my Apple Pencil to round it out and fill in her arm a little better so it looks more natural instead of that blunt, sharp edge. I needed to resize to make the line a little thinner so that I can finish the fine tuning where it touches the arm of her image in the purple dress. So now I'm able to put a fine edge down there to finish out her shoulder and arm. And now I just need to save the newly finished image as a PNG so that I could take it into Cricut Design Space to finish out the items that I want to make using this image. And here is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and share these tutorials with others. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.